So tonight I have the car outside again because I found the bars leak stuff that I was wanting to use to seal up any little holes in the radiator. I know there's one tiny leak around one of the radiator hoses, and that stuff you shake up the can and then you put it into the radiator, and you're supposed to run the engine up to temperature and run it for 15 minutes. So I thought, well, since the lawn's big enough and we haven't filled it up with garden yet, I might as well take the opportunity to give the engine a decent run under some load and let it get up to temperature and see what happens. I haven't really had much of a chance to do that before because the car isn't road legal. I have taken it around the block once at my old house just to make sure it actually all worked, and that was fine. But this time I was able to potter around in the garden fairly gently. The back does slide around if you push it a bit, but I've been able to get it up to temperature nicely, and it was a good shakedown run, literally. So one of my headlamps is coming loose. The motometer, it's not showing it getting too hot. It feels warm, but I think the problem is this isn't actually sitting in the water, so I don't think that's really reading properly. I do want to check the speedometer with my little GPS here, except it doesn't like to stick to the aluminium, so I'll have to hold that. When it's all up to temperature, it's running about 4 psi of oil pressure, which is okay for an Austin 7. It doesn't start charging until about 1500 RPM, which is one of the side effects of converting it to 12 volts. It means the dynamo doesn't kick in until higher revs, but since the car's always on a trickle charger, I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. I wasn't really able to get going fast enough for long enough to see if it actually starts charging, and I'm not sure my ammeter is entirely accurate. You can see it's sitting there and it's not on 0, and that's with the car not doing anything. So I just want to do another run to check the speed before it gets too dark. It's starting to get fairly dark here, but I thought I will try to see how well it starts on the hand starter. Check it's not in gear. I'm assuming I can do this with one hand. Let's see. So that was pretty easy. It's always easy when they're warmed up. So I'm going to give it another quick few laps around the garden and just check the speedometer. I can't really do that holding the phone at the same time. Oh, one other thing I did find out with my little shakedown run is the side of the body here is too close to the steel tube frame and it rattles, so I'm going to have to put something in there to cushion it. I just have a little piece of cardboard in there for now.